You amazing people. What's up? What's good? How you guys doing? Trust me, it's your boy. Aki, the name is spelled Darki. Obviously, you know it's double E. Quick one. I'm so happy to be in your faces, and trust me, I love you guys so much. Today is Wednesday. For some reasons, yeah, this is where you have to ask questions. Saying after spending about 3 years in this week, how about seeing Wednesday? Like, Abba, if I would have thought this Friday or something, but regardless, it's a good day to be alive, and another day to say, God, thank you for a privilege or for a day like this, and another day to be a better person. Straight off, we go to Life News, where I bring you updates concerning music, and that's across the country. Today, we begin our news with who, talking about Davido, and then it's called OBO for a reason. One of why it's called OBO is this: we saw Davido rewarding the lady who returned the sum of about 70,000 US dollars, equivalent to about 70 million naira, almost 70 million naira in Nigeria currency. And Davido said, "Look for that girl for me and tell her I want to dash her or give her the sum of 10,000 US dollars. That's about 8.3 million naira." We saw where they had video calls, they spoke, and the lady had to pray for Davido, rendering serious prayer points for Davido. And Davido came out on Twitter page to say that prayer was really, really, really needed. I saw where Davido sent her the cash about 10,000 US dollars in the white envelope, and the lady quickly had to go to the bank, open a dollar account, and keep that money in the account. Now that is how much your life can change in a day. Basically, for some person who never knew that a day before this day, she probably never knew that she was going to have cost to open a dollar account. But regardless, today she has that account, and there's a massive one to her on that one. For Davido, double kudos to you for that. Moving on, we saw Unavailable reaching a new peak on Lebanon as number 65 on the Apple Music category. Big ones to Davido for for getting Afrobeat and getting a song to places like Lebanon, where a lot of persons never thought that Afrobeat would strive in the first place. Moving on, we saw David Unavailable features on this new on the new on hip hop and R&B of America Television Music Service for the Music Choice category. Now it was alongside amazing songs like Travis Scott, Riley Rodrigo's rapper, amazing guys basically. But then having Davido in this category just shows the fact that Afrobeat is becoming and is growing like wildfire every blessed day. Moving on, we saw Davido Unavailable video on YouTube have surpassed 40 million views. Recall that Davido said, when this video gets to 50 million views, we'll drop the one for Phil, and then we're about 10 million away from that. And obviously, fans are really rooting to make sure that this video gets to 50 million. One of the comments that got was when the guy said, "I watched this video severally while it was at 39 million, and now we go 40 million." So this is one person saying he has always wanted this the Phil video, and then he's putting on effort to make sure that we get to 50 million. Now, this is another place Davido saying, please, we shouldn't get to 50 million and you say 80 million. At that point, we'll get out of all of these and you'll keep your song to yourself. And moving on, we saw Davido Unavailable Musakis rises up to 24 hours on the US urban radio, the media base and board chart, ranking as the second most added song on the radio format. Davido is on number 2. Amazing. Number 1 is Travis Scott with Bad Bunny and Weekend with K-pop. And number 2 is Davido. 3 is Lil Uzi, and amazing guys. But then having Davido in this one is a massive one, and we say congratulations to him and the team on that one. Moving on, we saw Unavailable made it to number 11 on this week on the US Billboard Afrobeat chart. Rema still tops that one as number 1, spending about 54 weeks blocks on that chart. But Davido managed to have seemingly find himself to number 11, and obviously another massive and major win for Davido on that one. Just so you know, Phil have surpassed 19 million streams on Spotify in no time. In no time, we're close to getting 1 billion stream for the project Timeless. So massive one to Davido for all this achievement he has done for himself. Moving on, we have Rema as the next guy on the news. So where Rema Dumebi became the biggest Afrobeat debut single of all time with about 244 million total streams, inclusive of YouTube 86 million plus, Apple Music 34 million plus, Spotify 99 million plus, and Pandora 4 million plus, Audio Mark and about 20 million plus. Certifications, 1 gold in France and then gold in Switzerland. Now, for the report card is out, we have amazing scores for Rema, amazing scores. most streamed Afrobeat singer of all time, most streamed watch on YouTube, most streamed this, most streamed that. Appeared on iTunes charts at 37 countries, and this guy's been amazing. His numbers are numbers that you can obviously boast of as an Afrobeat artist. Now, moving on, we saw for the Billboard that was released yesterday, Rema is at number 5 as we speak, from 3 down to 5. Regardless, Rema has achieved a lot, and this one is also a major win for Rema on that one. 7 is number 1. Try that in a small town, number 2. Last Night, which used to be number 1, is now number 3. We have Fast Cars at 4, and then Calm Down as number 5. We saw for the Billboard Global 200, Rema is at number 9, and then for the Global 200, excluding the US, Rema is on number 10. What will next week look like for Rema on the Billboard category? Let's wait and see. Moving on, we saw Rema actually eligible for about 8 platinum in Canada after making sales of over 640 units in Canada. Massive one to Rema. Rema is big. Rema, that's just, there are no words to put him in the box. Rema is big, is massive, and is the biggest export of Afrobeat as we speak. 8 platinum in Canada is a massive one, and we say congratulations to Rema on that one. Moving on, we saw Rema spending 22 weeks at the top for the Billboard World Digital Song Sales, and obviously Rema with Selena Gomez remains the longest running number 1 African song in the history of the Billboard World Digital Song Sales chart. Massive one to Rema. At the same time, Rema spent about 5 weeks at the top with Selena Gomez actually on the USA overall radio chart. Another big one to Rema for that one. Just so you know, Rema has spent 47 weeks on the Billboard Afrobeat chart, and obviously it extends his record as the longest running number 1 African song in the history of the Billboard Afrobeat charts. Davido is 11, Rema still remains number 1 for the 47th week. And now it will be no news to show that in the course of a year, Rema might still remain number 1 for the next couple of weeks to make it a year, because no song are looking like they want to threaten him from that position. So big one to Rema on that one. Moving on, we have Burna Boy and the Taliban King as the next guy on the news. We saw where Jada Kingdom on an interview spoke out saying she is not in a relationship with anybody, and that includes Burna Boy, and she is not dating African giants as it is assumed. A lot of persons thought she was. And moving on, we saw Burna Boy coming out to say, Love Damini Stadium tour is officially over. Thank you to everyone that supported me and supported this tour. It means the world to me. I appreciate you all. Till the next one. And then he promised us that new music will be out this Friday. And then the hashtag to that is I told them. At the London Stadium, we saw Burna Boy coming out to say he told people 2013, 2014, 2015, so that all he's doing now, they're what he saw, and then he makes sure he told people then that you guys will see me at this point, and no wonder he calls himself the African giant. The hashtag still remains I told them. On Friday, Burna Boy is dropping another single. All of this just shows that in no time an album is going to drop from Burna Boy. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy and Byron Messiah Taliban is now charting on Apple Music in 50 countries, inclusive of Gambia, Bahamas, Jamaica, Nigeria, Kenya, Seychelles, and amazing countries all over the world. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy and Byron Messiah Taliban on Shazam charts, number 12 in Nigeria, 27 in Ghana, 56 at the UK, 92 in Canada, 114 in Zambia, 139 in the US, and 172 in Uganda. Yeah, in Uganda, 172 for the worldwide new entry, and then 200 in Kenya as a new entry. Massive one to Burna Boy. At the same time, on the Apple Music charts, Burna Boy is on number 12 in Nigeria as a new peak, 108 in Sweden, new peak, and then 132 in Ireland as also a new peak. Big one to Burna Boy. Just so you know, Burna Boy Taliban's peak at number 1 on British Virgin Island Apple Top Music. Like I said yesterday, these guys make us understand that we have different countries all over the world, countries that you probably won't have heard of before. Afrobeat will make sure that you actually hear of these countries. For instance, we have it's Anguilla, like we have Anguilla yesterday, but today Burna Boy not just Anguilla now, but then for the British Virgin Island is on number 1 in that space. Big one to Burna Boy on that one. At the same time, we saw the video for Taliban surpassing 2 million views in just 4 days. Massive one. That's we saw for the first day 1 million. So it just shows that people really, really are streaming the song, and Burna Boy is really, really prepared for the next phase of his career. I'm talking about the next project. And moving on, we have Asake as the next guy on the news. So where Walkabout have spent fifth consecutive week at the number one on the official top 50 album chart in Nigeria. It tallied 23 million on-demand streams during the week of July 14 to 20th. For Turntable, I want to give a special shout out to them for having a proper documented chart for the Afrobeat guys. It just shows that beat by beat, Nigeria is doing something serious, and a lot of people should pay attention to this. Turntable, special shout out to you guys, and for Shake, another shout out to you for having this one off your feather. Moving on, we saw Asake surpassing 1 billion total career stream on audio mark across all credits. Now, they actually came out to give us details saying it became the fastest Afrobeat album to achieve this on the platform with just one EP and two projects. We saw yesterday where Shay Vibes actually surpassed 1 billion at the same time. And then, the talk between Asake and Shay Vibes will never end. A lot of people are saying Shay Vibes got a billion with about 3 billion albums and all of that. But then Asake just did that with one EP and two albums. Shay Vibes dropped two albums this year. Yeah, two albums in a month basically. And it's obviously it tends to show that your numbers will increase because you have more songs on the platform. But for Asake, with just one album, two albums and one EP, a lot of people are giving him more credit than Sheiva. But regardless, Afrobeat is winning, and these two artists individually are doing something amazing that we all should applaud them for. Wizkid has announced a new merchandise, and this time he's saying, the More Love Less Ego merch is out. It's an alert basically saying it's going to be out, but then already it looks yummy. We have where he has shirts and very colorful design that depicts More Love Less Ego, and amazing one for Wizkid. And for Davido, we saw where he announced his merch early the year, where it was actually inaugurated. And for Wizkid, this time is a big one, and it just shows the fact that Afrobeat artists are knowing that you will not sing forever, and at the point you need to make money or extra income from other means, and then you need to do it as early as possible so that you can have like a lot of resources from those ends regardless. It's a big one to Wizkid, and obviously you can tell that the FC folks all over the world are going to keep purchasing, and trust me, you'll get to see a lot of sold outs after, like when it's officially unveiled. But for Wizkid, we say congratulations to you, and then massive one. Just so you know, we're 4 days close to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the More Love Less Ego tour in London, just 4 days away from that, and this promises to be an amazing one from Wizkid, DJ Tunes, and the entire team in general. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one, and trust me, we'll catch you guys on the very, very next one. Stay safe, guys, and always remember you have to be very, very careful. I love you guys so much.